Oh, how times have changed. But it is what it is, you know? I don't look like that anymore, but I'll show you a picture up close. This is how I used to look like. 16 years old, I think. I think it might have even been before I broke my ankle on my right leg. And definitely before I broke my jaw. There's no way I'd be smiling like that or eating a pizza happy if I hadn't broken it yet. If I hadn't broken it yet. Little did I know it was coming. Not coming. I still think about the joke. I just don't as I used to. That's ironic. You see the picture of my brother in the top. He looks like a troll in that picture. It comes out looking like a troll. Come on, stay still. There we go. I think my voice just cured itself. But it also sounds very raspy. So I do feel like my vocal cords are being ripped apart to shreds though. It's because of this virus. But I can't help it. Soon me and my sister will be together again. Except we'll be without our other family. Hopefully we're in a good place together. But I know she's in a good place, so I don't know where I'm headed. But I know I'm good. I'm a good person. I try to be a good person, so I may not be the most sympathetic person, but I do my best to try to facilitate a situation where I can, if it's please possible to do so. Like you got a reason to find a reason, then you're good, you know? Like my brother needs help with his brother's thing. Or my friend's friend needs help. I don't know his friend's friend, but I know he's a friend of good people, so I'll be his friend. Not just my friends, immediate friends, you know? Not just my immediate friends, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, you know what I meant. Yeah, I just picked my nose, but it was getting in my obstruction of my nose. I'll cut that off, actually. This scar really ruined my face. Yeah, this scar ruined it more. So I can't talk. I hit myself with a box in the face, like right here. The box was like this, and it scratched my face. I didn't think I could get cut from a box, especially not on my face. I thought my skin was more strong than that, but turns out you're weak compared to anything. Oh, sleepy. I think I'm gonna turn off that noise sound in the kitchen. It's an air filter. Baby, I can't sleep when you're next to me. I'll turn another and you're next to me. And this house feels like you did before. It's like insomnia. Whoa. It's like insomnia. Whoa. Alright, enough of that. So this kid doesn't come out of his room. I don't know why he does that. My other brother. He's very introverted. Like he doesn't like to deal with people at all. Mostly. This child. And this is the most old photo. He's oldest in this picture. This one. Right here. He's always been very, quiet. Very boring. Lame person. He doesn't like to hang out with me. Not that I'm not lame myself, it's just he's more lame. He's actually acts like he's lame. Not in the brain. No, in the brain, but not in the body. His body works just fine. It's just he's lame in the attitude. Not his brain, his attitude, yeah. Like the way he carries himself. Like he doesn't even care about anything. Uh, I'm lame. In terms of I'm too poetic with my phrasing, people don't like that, but I do. I find people that like me, but I never do. But at least I do something, with myself. I don't just sit around waiting for something to fall out of the sky. At least I'm playing my soccer. The ball gives me something to do. I'm happy with the ball because it gives me a drive and a thing to chase. Because the ball is always unreachable on foot, but you have to dribble it and make sure it goes into the right place. Even if you can't control the shot, where the shot will eventually move to, at the speed, because the speed is faster than you can move your feet, you could still control the where it goes. And that's the fun part about soccer. You're always chasing the unattainable, which is the new record, the new win, the new skill move, pulling it off in a match, doing everything right in the game, doing everything you can to win a game with all the intensity that it involves. The pressure of penalty moment, the goalkeeper shooting a long range shot into the corner from your dominant foot to the other post. The thrill of the shot power. It's really fun. I wouldn't trade soccer for anything. It made me who I am. It shaped my youth. Even when we had nothing, we had a soccer ball. It was all we had. We didn't have any fancy equipment, but you could take a soccer ball anywhere. And that's the fun part about it. In basketball and football, you can only play on the fields. But in soccer, you can bring it anywhere you want. And it usually adapts very well. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. When I first played soccer, I was scared to move the ball. Like I was scared to dribble. I don't know if in the same match, but in a recent match, a match after that, a match that was after that, a little bit close to that match after, a match that was recently before the match that I started on. The match that I was playing was the match that I started on was recently before the match that I was playing. So when I was playing the match that I had played before, the first time, so the match I was played after the first match I played was the match that was recently before. Was talking about how I was scared. Now the new match, which is maybe 2 or 3 matches after that, I was dribbling like a fucking. I was basically fucking freestyling. Like I didn't know what I was doing, but I was doing very good. And the guy was like, "Man of the match." I'm like, "What? What does that even mean?" Like man of the match. I didn't even like he's like. But first, I think he told me, "Don't be scared of the ball." It was an old man. He was about 61 years old. He looked like gray hair, kind of an Italian looking man, but also like kind of like North African looking, like one of those Sophocles looking guys. Mixed with he looked like Syrian or something, but with Italian roots, mostly Italian. So yeah, it was cool. We played in the New York Park. I don't know what their name was, but it was on 14th Avenue and 86th Street. It was really fun in Brooklyn, obviously. You can search it up. You'll find the park on Google Maps. And yeah, it was really fun back then. Like soccer brought me out of my shell, and then I learned how to become a better person because of it. The only person I ever fouled was a midget. He was so fast that I couldn't get the ball from his feet because he was so small. That I could get the ball. It's just impossible though because he was so short. So he was really trying. He would definitely juke me. I don't know how much pace he had, but I know that he had a lot of movement in his body. That's for sure. The way he moved that ball, bro, I'm like, this guy has short feet. Like, I can't take the ball without kicking him that much. I did hit him, and I said sorry, but it didn't react, so it wasn't really like a malicious kick. But yeah, it was just, you know, he had the ball control. He was all right. Get evade a tackle, that's for sure. Not evade one, but dodge the ball, the possession, not give possession away. Yeah, like think of a short version of Shabby. Shabby's already like as short as me, so yeah. I think he's taller than me, but still short. But compare a person of normal short height like me or Shabby, compare him to like a really short, like 4'9" person, 4'10". I mean, I was 4'10". He was an adult. I'm like, how the fuck? I'm 5'4" and a half, or 5'5", 5'4". But it's 5'4" and a half. Supposedly they told me. But yeah, it was really funny because not funny. It was like funny on my part because he was actually good as a player, and I was good too. But he was like decently good. Like his feet were like connected to the ground. And like I could basically float. I never met someone with that much ability. I don't know if he had that much ability, but he was definitely moving that ball. The ball, man. He was dark skinned, bald, I think. He wasn't black though. He was like Mexican looking, Ecuadorian. I mean Guatemalan looking, Mexican probably, or one of those two. Somewhere from Mexico or Central America. Most likely, or maybe South America, if anything else. If he was Caribbean, I'd be surprised. They're usually taller than that. But yeah, it was fun playing because the excitement, all the new friends, even if they were just pitch friends. Or the friends I made in high school. They're not long distance now. Keeping in touch with them would have been nice, but they're fake people. They never wanted to keep in touch with me after that. I don't even think they talk to my brother anymore. And he was the one who mainly talked to them. But my brother, I mean this guy. My true blood brother. This guy. He's 30 now, so he doesn't look like that anymore, but he looks better than I do at this point. Not at this point, but he's well off. Well off as in he's doing well. Not totally well off, you know what I mean? Not like the white version of well off. Because white people are always well off. I mean, well done. He's done with what he has to do, is what I mean. Swell done. That's what white people are. Well done is just normal society, like Mexicans, minorities usually. Yeah. I'm not saying we struggle more. It's different forms of wealth because they own like every government agency in the world, and we had to work at those government agencies. So it's a different distribution of wealth. If you don't believe me, then you can take it up wherever you want. But I see those people struggling every day, like my mom, who went 12 hours every day to work. Yeah, it was fun playing soccer back then because I didn't have a worry in the world except going to school and be a bum outside. I should have just joined the soccer league in college or something, but I didn't do it. I didn't think that, not that I was good enough for the offside rule. I should have just been a defender, kind of like, because I don't know about the offside trap and offside rules, so I could care less about those things. But I could have been a good sweeper, like center mid, which is my natural position now that I realize it. But it would be like an center attacking center. A pitch free roam. That's basically my position. I go anywhere. Except defending mostly and goalkeeping. That's not really my duty. Defending, pure defending. You know what I mean? Like slide tackling. It'd be too dangerous for me to actually slide tackle someone. They'd fucking get mad. You know? Or like intercepting the ball with my head. They would flip out. Like I'd hit them in the teeth with my head, and they'd get knocked out. Or I was goalkeeper. I'd be really good, but I wouldn't be tall enough to save the ball. So yeah, that wouldn't work. Maybe I'd be really good if I was in my prime. I mean, if Jorge Campos did it, I could probably do it. But he was 5'6". I'm 5'4", so I don't know. 5'4.5", whatever. I just say 5'4" to keep it simple because I don't really want to estimate taller than I am. So maybe a half is because of my hair, so I don't really say 5'5". I thought I was 5'6" before, but maybe I got shorter. Maybe I say 5'5" and I got shorter. I don't know how much shorter I got, but I think I was measured at 5'6", or maybe I wasn't. Maybe I just thought of that in my head. But I think I felt taller before when I was 20. You know, when I turned 25, I felt like I got an inch shorter or something. It doesn't really matter, though. What I'm saying is, yeah, I used to look like that. I played soccer like that. I was that guy. Not that guy. I was the person who played all the time. I was the person that played all the time, and I was a person who liked to take on opponents, but not like with skill, more like with pace and energy. With energy, I mean. That's what I would do. I didn't really have any skills per se. I just had energy, and that energy would get me to play a lot of games. Because scrap games, though, scrim games. You know, like cones and bags and stuff like that. A girl once told me, "I like how you play." I'm like, "What?" Like I didn't realize like how valuable those moments were. Like if I would have said something, it would have been like, "Yeah, I really think you're cool too." You know, I would have been like that instead of like, um, "Thanks." You know, I appreciate how much you care about soccer. You know, if you think I'm good, that means you care about soccer because I care about soccer. So football. So yeah, it just makes me sad to think about it. You know, I would have said the third part, not the. I think you're cool too. That would have been funny, but also good. But it wouldn't have been the best response because even though she was an attractive girl and my brother had interest in that woman, girl, whatever her what she was at that point, and also there was if you like soccer, that's what I was mainly talking about. I wasn't really like I would never tell her I like the way you play. That would have been very weird. I'd have been like, you got shot power. That's true. She did have shot power, but I never admired someone's style of play. I always thought people in soccer were not very good because I had a high standard like that, elite standard. Obviously, Messi and Ronaldo are really good, but I think I do better than them if I play professionally. I do the numbers Pele's saying he did. Not really, maybe 1,000 goals, and then I'd be like, fuck this. I'm done trying there. I don't want to do more than that, but I could definitely probably get there if I was actually like if I had the mentality of my youth. Like in my youth, I played forward. In my teenage years, I played midfielder, and in my old age like this, or my adulthood, after I reached cognizant knowledge, I realized I had to play more defensively. So I play more at the back now. I noticed that when I was playing when I was like younger, I mean older, my position was not like at the forward area. I wasn't waiting for the ball. I was waiting at the back, but I was still confused about why I was doing that. And I realized I want to stay in the back for some reason. Because I don't want anyone getting in, you know? it's unavoidable at this point because I'm 25 now. I'm not 20. I can't out-muscle my defender, my attacker. But I'm not really a defender. I'm a center mid who defends. Something like that. And also supplies attacks and makes attacks happen and attacks as well if he gets a chance. So, a box to box midfielder, I think that's what I am. I just realized that. But I mostly stay in my box because I want to keep the box safe. But I'm also a fox in the box, which is crazy. So basically, I just come to play, and I think my most efficient trait is the dribbling. I can create something. That means I'm more suited to the attacking role. Not because I enjoy it more, because it's less pressure, but also because it's more creative. In defending, you just have to pass back. You can't be creative on the ball because but I have a high level of creativity, so when I get the ball, I can do magic tricks. Not literally, but I'm not that good, but I'm almost there. I was, at least. No, I gotta take it down, man. I miss those days, man. I really do. My sister was still young, doing karate, still around. My older brother was not totally isolated from everything. My little brother was still naive and wasn't a troll messing with my life. My mom still had some sort of energy. My dad hadn't fully abandoned me yet, even though he did later on, or he did in the past. Before I was 10, when I turned 10, he abandoned me. Well, 9, but I'll just round it up to 10 at this point because I can very vaguely remember anyway. I miss the guy too. I wish I meet him, but he's not around anymore. Alright, I'm gonna use the bathroom, so I'll see you guys. Also, soccer is the most important thing to me because it makes me feel free. Keeps me in good spirits.